Arlington to go to 2-0 in the Conference USA Black Challenge. Now joined by the head coach Ritchie McKay in the media room. Coach, just a couple of comments on the win here today. Congratulations, and we'll get some questions from the media.
Yeah, thanks, AY. Really pleased with our effort. I felt like going in the game, and we had a little bit of time to prep for UT Arlington. We actually kind of prepped on the front end before our non-1 game, which was really important because they're explosive offensively, and they have a really good team. And I thought our defense at the beginning kind of gave them a little bit of doubt because they've been clicking offensively, and I thought it was really important. We continued. You know you have a chance when your team is really sound defensively, and we were sound defensively against a really explosive offensive team. So thought it was a great win going into break, and was fairly pleased with our non-conference schedule and performance. I think we got a little bit better.
Coach Tipper seemed a little high there at the end. What was your assessment of what happened there?
Oh yeah, I just thought one of their players hit Zach in the face, and I was asking the referee to review it, and I think Keenan thought I was staring down his player, which you guys have been around me enough. And I'm not trying to incite anything, but I think that got him frustrated, and then there was some chirping at the bench, just competitive stuff. There's really nothing, but the referees felt like they had to adjudicate technical fouls. I get that. I think that's my first in about 9 years, so disappointed in a bench technical, but I guess it was one.
Last week, a lot of discussion was about Owen Aquino and 28 points. He only had 4, but how did he set the tone for this team with what he did on Lance Ware defensively and what he did with all the little things tonight?
Yeah, Owen's a terrific player, and again, like for you guys, part of your job is to like highlight the guys that the stats are really impressive. But man, so many intricacies about what we do on the daily is way more important than a stat line. And Owen's he's been a little banged up, and he hasn't complained one bit. He's done everything that we've asked him to do. And I thought he was terrific defensively because Lance Ware is a really good player. They've been different since Lance was reinserted in the lineup. Like I think they lost by 4 or 5 to Rhode Island, and then they lost to an Arkansas State team that had beaten Memphis a couple of nights prior to playing them. So I think Owen and guys, I've said it all along. I thought we had 7 starters. With Zay being down, we really have 6 now. And I think any of those guys can come off the bench and have one of those nights. But also, and I'll shorten the bench a little bit tonight because we got 11 days between games. But I also thought there were some really important minutes from some of the other guys, Colin Porter especially.
Richie, to that point, Taylor talked Tuesday about how this team has come together. Being somebody who's an advocate for selfless, connected teams, you helped on all but 3 baskets tonight. How has it been for you watching this team kind of connect and gel together?
I love this team. Brian, it's a really good question. It's hard to describe when, we're fun to watch, from a coaching vantage point, because you really can't predict what they're going to do. They just try and take what the defense gives them, and that's why you see such variation in leading scores or guys having decent nights. But as I said at the onset, I think that defensive end of the floor, I think that's really important to our cause. And last year, the whole narrative was about the little guys and not being athletic enough. And our 2 guards are tough as nails. So, and then you had Javon and Owen and Zach. We already know there's a little bit behind him, so there's a little more confidence to what we're doing. But I'll go back to Taylor and sorry about the long-winded answer. Rare do you find a guy that has come from the accolades that he's come from that has such a selfless nature. And legit, he didn't play with us all summer. I thought he might be the best one in terms of the new guys, and he's capable of nights. I think he had 30 the other night. What do you have tonight?
20.
Yeah, 20. He's capable of big nights, and he never complains. Doesn't ask to start, doesn't ask about his minutes, knows he's got to improve. He's so self-aware. He's a special dude. He well coached at Arkansas Tech, but well raised as well.
You mentioned Zay. What's his status moving forward?
We're gonna have a little bit more clarity here in the coming days. I think he's staying back, not going home. So whenever we have our next whatever press conference, we'll be able to give you an update.
You seemed pretty confident in the early season and then even in the preseason about how your team would kind of navigate, and you thought you had the pieces that were going to be really well. You come on the other side of non-conference, you're 12-1. What are your thoughts kind of overall in the slate?
I know you're new to the room, but I'm fairly optimistic. I think they describe me like that. I just love the chemistry that this group they've had from the first 21 days together, and I think having been around it as long as I have, you can sense when your guys have a little bit of a connection. The test really comes when you have adversity, and when we were down at Seattle U, I can't remember by how many points the last 4 minutes. That was the first indicator. Like this team, like they're together. Like they don't panic. Like they can flush mistakes, and I think that continues to evolve. Like we had I think the highest net last year before conference play, didn't we? So great, we're 13 games in. That doesn't mean anything right now.
With Zay down, you went to Curtis Blair pretty early in your bench. What have you seen out of him that gave you the confidence to put him in?
Yeah, no, John Curdy's been practicing really well. Like Curdy's unafraid. I'm playing him a little out of position, but like he warrants some opportunities just because of the way he's practiced. And I like giving him some minutes. And defensively, he's strong and he's improved. So, and he doesn't care about scoring, even though he can score. So I think he's been a pretty good insertion. Xander, Kai, Bryson, all those guys, they may warrant an opportunity as well. But I felt like I could go a little shorter tonight because, again, we have so much time off, and I just want to get to the break playing as efficiently as we could. Eddie, just one question. Shocking.
Just one. They took care of the